I'm Mr. Ngige, and we are going to familiarize ourselves with AutoCAD version 2022, and one of the objectives is to locate the AutoCAD software on the desktop. So as you can see on my desktop, we have this icon. So the first thing is to open it, and opening it requires you to either right click or you double click it. But even before we double click, now that we are being trained on how to prepare ourselves for assessments, the first thing is to create a folder. So on your desktop, right click, and then once you right click, there is a new. So come to this arrow, then click on that folder, then delete, and then give it a name. So I can give it my name, CAD. Then I have created a folder. This is the first thing. Then the next thing is to open the software. So we have said you can right click, then you go to open. Alternatively, you can double click, and now we are launching it. And once you open it, that's how it looks like. And you can see our version is Autodesk Autocad Mechanical 2022. So we need to create a new project. So you have open and you have new. So click on that, and we are now on the workspace area. In the workspace area, this is what we call the workspace area. This is the WCS. This is the Cartesian system that we have. Then on this other end, we have the Cartesian plane, but this one is in 2D, the X and Y. This for 2 dimensions. Up here, we have the various icons that you're going to use in AutoCAD. So we shall be introducing ourselves to them bit by bit, a little by little. So this is the command line interface where you can put some of the commands, and on this other end we have a model, we have a layout, we have layout 2. You can click to have a third layout. So let me just stick to layout number 1. We said it is good to save your work. So on this icon, there is a red icon on this far end of the workspace area. Click it, then go to, there is a pop-up on some icons like new, open, save, save as, import, export, publish, print, draw. At this moment, you can save your work as a PDF or as a .dwg format. So go to save as, Then to save the work, said you save as, then you can click a drawing. So it takes you to a document section. We are not interested in the document section. We created a folder on desktop, so double click that desktop and go to this folder where I created my name, Francisco JNP card. Double click it. Once it opens, on the file name we have drawing 1. You can just place your cursor between 1 and .wg, then you can give it a name. You can give it basic drawing, then you save. If you can note that on top of your work space area, the name changes to basic drawing, and that tells me that I've saved my first project in a folder that I've already created. Now, the number 2 thing is to familiarize ourselves with some of the commands in drawing. So we can focus ourselves on this icon. It's called the model or the paper space. We have another icon here, and if you point your cursor on it, it tells you it's auto mode, and auto mode cursor orthogonally is off, so you can make it on, and you can see that it's now on. Again, you can familiarize yourself with these icons, tracking settings. There is also some of these icon where we have the isoplane, all that. We have the object snapping, which is on. Then we have a snap cursor, which is also on. There is the maximize viewpoint. And then once you click on this icon where there is setting, there is the mechanical, structure, 3D basics, 3D modeling. So in our case, we are focusing on 2D at the moment. Then there is save current as workspace settings, customize. So workspace settings, again, if we change or so it's just a duplication on what we had seen initially, so we are not interested in that, so we just cancel. Then there is annotation monitor, which is off. Isolate objects, mechanical structure, off. Selection lock, off. Then the reference, then there's this icon on Autodesk. So there's also this icon, the customization. You can just double click it and see what happens. So you can see we have the paper, infer constraint, dynamic input, auto mode, polar, isometric, object snap tracking, 2D, line weight, transparency, selection cycling, maximum viewpoint, annotation visibility, auto scale, workspace switching, annotation monitor, quick properties, and all this. So again, we are not interested on that. So the most important thing is to do the basic setup. And having done this, we are now ready to draw our first drawing, and that is the line command. So where do we get the line command? On these icons that we have. So if you go to the line, the command line interface, and you type line, then it gives you a list of wordings associated to line. We can click on that line, and it tells us to, and you can see the instruction that comes. Specify first point. So on this crosshair icon, you can just click start. Then it tells us to specify the next one. So you can just write 5 and then you enter. So again, it gives you the end. Then we have drawn a horizontal line. So we can also draw a vertical line. Again, we specify 5, then we click enter. Then as you keep on dragging the cursor, then you write 5, again enter, then you drag it. You can see that if you just click that point and then you press enter, you have a square that you have drawn. And this work, remember, it's so good to keep on saving your work. So there's this icon on save. So just click save, and that is it. Or you can just come on the command line, then you just type qsave, then enter. So your work is saved. So that's the first drawing that I have managed to draw. So we can also draw another drawing, and that drawing is a circle. A circle. So you type circle, then that is a pop-up comes that specifies center point for circle 3p, 2p, TTR, turn radius. So you can specify the center point. So we can decide that that's my center point. Then specify radius or diameter. So we can just specify a radius of 1.5. Then you press enter. So whatever we have is that we have drawn a circle. So also again, remember to save by clicking this icon save, or else you can write the qsave. Remember, we assigned dimensions to our drawings, so we can also include our dimensions on our drawing. So there is this icon on annotate, then a pop-up comes of a list of icons, power dimensions, multiple dimensions. Then you have this icon which is aligned, linear dimensions, and aligned. You can see that the kind of dimension we're inserting are the ones whereby they are slanted. This icon is used to insert dimensions for points which are aligned. Then we have also another icon whereby we assign horizontal linear dimensions. Then we have a vertical linear dimensions. Again, we can create rotated linear dimensions. This icon is for creating radius dimension for arcs and circles. Then this icon is for creating diameter dimension for arcs and circles. So let's focus on the horizontal. the vertical, and then the diameter and radius um, dimensioning. So if you click on horizontal, then there is a pop-up and you can see that's the first point. Just click, then the crosshair bar takes you to the second point, then you can take it upwards, and you can see then if you click enter, it gives us an exact dimension in 5 to 4 decimal points. Again, we can just click escape, that is escape, ESC in your desktop. If you click it, the earlier command is cancelled. So again, we can go to the vertical, then again we drag, that's the first, specify the first point, then specify the end point, then you can drag it outside. Again, you can just press enter, then escape. So you can see we have also another dimension, the vertical, exact as what we entered when you're drawing the square. Now, let's go to the circle. So select circle, that's the circle, and you can see it's a radius of 1.5, then you can press enter, then you can press escape. Go again to the circle, then saying we select the circle. So this one gives us now another diameter, a diameter of 3. And note the symbol for diameter is a phi. This symbol is called phi, and the symbol for diameter in drawing. So you can just press enter, and then you have your first drawing, which has a vertical, horizontal, and the radius and the diameter of a circle. Now, let's introduce ourselves also to another command called layering. So layers, in layers I would say we focus on line weight and line type. And in line weight, we are referring to thickness, we are referring to how thin, how thick the line is. That's what we call the line type. For example, you can have a line that has 0.0, that is thick, and you can also have another one that has 0.2 thick. So that's the line weight. In line type, we are referring to how the line is drawn. Is it a construction line? Is it a visible line? Is it a dashed line? Is it a continuous line? Is it zigzag? All those are the different line types that we can have. So in layering also, we can also apply the different colors to different lines, and it's important that we get these skills on layering. Now the question comes, where do we find this icon, or how do we apply it? Then for this activity, I'm going to show you how you can locate that icon. using the command line and also using the various icons that we have. I'm also going to apply the different colors to different lines, still drawing on the previous diagram, this one, so that at least if you can see here, we have the text in a different color, the dimensions in a different color, and also the lines, the drawings also in a different color. So these ones has already been done for you, so I'm going to show you how you can introduce different colors. So you click on home, and once you go to home, we get the various icons, and we have one by the name layer. So that's the layer, and we are interested in it. So that's how you can locate layering on the icon. Again, you can just type layer down here, and what comes is then you click on that. So it takes you direct to layer, and this is the CLI, the command line. So in layering, you can see we already have a color that is black, a color that is green. So we can introduce another line, and also in layering you can see apart from color, we have the line type. The line type is continuous. Then also the line weight, we can see the various, you can click on it, we see what exactly is on that. And the line weight, you can see we are focusing on the thickness. There is one that is dark of 0.35 mm, and then you have another one of 0.30 mm. Then others are of different thickness. On line types, if we can just focus on that one, you can see we have the line type that is dashed. There's others that are center line. There is also another one that's hidden, the phantom line, or this. So if maybe you want to, or for this lesson, I will not go to the details of this, but as we progress, we shall apply this. So for this session is, I will just show you how to introduce a layer and also apply it. So we can cancel that. Now, we have this icon called the new layer. So let's try to double click it. You can see once you double click it, there's a pop-up and there's layer 1. We can just give it a name like visible. Then we can change its property, color. We can pick red. Now, supposing I want to use this one, supposing I want to use this visible, so I can just click on it. I can just click on it. And also there's some something I have forgotten to mention. You can see there is this lock. If I click it, that line is locked, or that layer is locked. If I click it, it becomes open. There is the F here. If I click it, you can see I'm performing a freeze command. If I click it, I unfreeze it. So it is good we set this one as our current. So I can click it and then I click this icon with a tick. So if I click it and then I can just exit, by that. So let me try to draw a line and see its color. So I can just click on this line, then I specify the first one, then that. You can see the color changes. The color changes to red. Exactly, that is what I want. So let's draw it with the similar dimensions that we had previously, 5. Then we enter. Then we can also just press enter. That's a line of 5. Supposing on this other end, you want to introduce another line, but of a different color. So you can pick on this, then you click on this other layer, and let's see what happens. So you can just go to line. Again, OSNAP is activated. So you can see the color that we have is a different one. So you can just press enter. Then again, we can choose another line. In this case, so again, apart from the command line, we can also access the layer by clicking on the icon, that is the graphical user interface. So let's click on this icon to add another layer. Then we can call it outline. So also we can change its property, and by property we can change its color. We can use magenta. It's a nice color. Then if you click on this this icon, set current, then you click apply, then you exit. What happens is then you can pick a line. You can see the color has changed. So it's 5. Then you can join, and then that is it. So you can see we have different lines with different colors. And if, for example, we wanted, for example, to freeze this, let's try to do a freeze on this color, the red color. So let's try to perform some freezing operation and see what happens. So it's the red color. Then let's try to do some freezing operations. Then we just say apply. Then we can just cancel. What happens? This line ceases to exist. So it's like we have not erased it, but we have make it hidden. So again, we can go back to the same line and unfreeze. Then we apply. Then we cancel. What happens? The lines goes back, now appears. So layers are important when you want to concentrate to some other details. They may be under hidden, or we want to expose them. And by exposing, we means that we are removing some other layers, and also we want to see what is that other thing that is being obstructed by other layers. Also, you can also perform again dimensioning on the same as I earlier did show you. So also let's remember to save our work by clicking this icon. So it is also important to save your work by clicking the icon of typing the QSave. This icon here is the GUI, graphical user interface, but also you can also do the same operation by typing the word QSave. So in CAD is also important, then you enter. It's also important to do all these operations using the command line interface, which is faster, or by the GUI. So for this introductory class, using the version 2022, I have managed to show you how to create a folder, how to give it to name it. I have also shown you how to allocate the software, that's Autocad, and how to create a new project. I have introduced you to the workspace area, that's the workspace as area. I've introduced you to the command line interface, the graphical user interface. I've introduced you to line command and a circle command. All other lines you can, once you learn one, you can keep on practicing on the other. I have also shown you how to perform layering and how to do freezing and freezing, and we have also talked on the importance of layering. So I've also taken you through some of the icons, their name. So as we keep on doing more projects and more practice, we shall get better and better. So my encouragement to you is know that practice makes perfect, and there is always a journey, and any journey must start somewhere. So we're in the days of our humble beginnings. That's the first journey. So let's take this journey seriously. So I have been your trainer, Mr. Gigi. So before we meet in our next lesson, kindly practice on that. This material, I'll upload it in our YouTube channel. So kindly, if you find it useful and helpful, also like, share, and also subscribe. So thank you very, very much.